Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are going to be going over a 10-minute makeup routine. This is great for moms who don't have a whole lot of time in the mornings, people who, like me, sometimes I'm not a morning person, so sometimes in the morning I cut myself short and don't have a lot of time when I'm getting ready for work. This is something that one of the tips I want to give you when doing a quick routine is pick products that can function as more than one thing. If I'm trying to get ready quickly, I don't have time to be fooling with palettes, with big bulky things. I just want a handful of items, a handful of brushes, something I could probably throw in a bag, maybe keep in my car or at my desk at work. And that means in order to save time and space, I need products that function as more than one thing. So I have a bronzer, and I'm not just going to use this as bronzer today. I'm going to use this as contour, bronzer, eyeshadow. Depending on what color hair you have in your skin tone, you could use this as eyebrows. So you want to look for things that can be multifunctional. And you also want to think about the packaging. Bulky things. I know Christmas time, you've probably seen those funky shaped palettes. Like, I know Tarte had one this year. It was giant in the shape of a pineapple. If you're looking for something easy and quick, you don't have time to be fooling around with things like that. So I have a handful of items. I've only got 5 brushes here. I'm going to go through the look. I will do a voiceover for this part because when I talk and do my makeup, it slows me down. And I want to show you can truly, in real time, get a good everyday look in under 10 minutes. Last time I practiced this, I was able to get it for 9. So fingers crossed, maybe I can beat my record. I will show you the products. I will insert clips of them here. You can see the actual product, and I will insert prices and information down below. If you have questions about any of this, check the description box below. If you watch Parks and Recreation, give me a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Alright, I'm going to jump into the look, and I hope you enjoy.
We're going to start off using primer. I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is really great for filling in your pores, helping keep things matte throughout the day. It's very affordable. And then I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm using the IT Cosmetic CC Cream. One of the reasons I love this is it's full coverage. The application and the packaging is super easy to deal with. I just put 5 dots on the brush for each side of my face like you saw, and I just buff that in with my foundation brush. This product also doubles as a moisturizer. It goes back to what I was saying with making sure your products have more than one function. This product comes with a built-in SPF and anti-aging ingredients. Comes in a multiple of shades. I'm using the illuminating version, but the original works just as great. Right now I'm going to go in with an eyebrow product. I'm using the Benefit Cosmetics Gimme Brow in shade 3.5. Usually if I'm doing my makeup not with a time constraint, I will go in with an eyebrow pencil and a tinted gel. But for time's sake, a tinted gel works great. It can help you with filling in, a little bit of coverage plus hold. There are several drugstore brands that work just as good. The 3.5 with the Benefit is the shade that I found works best with my red hair. And I just brush that in, make sure my eyebrows are in good shape, and then I can move on. I'm going in with a color corrector. This helps hide dark circles and any discoloration you might have. It helps hide the fact that, I've been tired since 2010. This is a L'Oreal True Match color corrector stick. And I'll just go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. This is a wonderful full coverage concealer. It's super long wearing. And back in with the using things for multiple purposes, I'm also dabbing some on my eyelids as an eye primer so I don't have to get out another product and use an extra step. Just tap that in with your finger. You don't have to use brushes. This also helps save time and save room if you're using a small makeup bag for travel or work. Make sure that's blended in well. You do want to make sure before you set your concealer that you don't have any creases or lines and everything is just smoothed out. I like to add concealer to my nose and my chin because that's where foundation typically wears off quicker on me. So just give me a little bit of extra coverage and help in that area. After you put on your concealer, you want to set it with powder. I have some of my Becca under eye setting powder on a little sponge, and I just like to press that in. I'm also setting my eyelids because it helps the concealer stay put for eyeshadow application. And just make sure that is patted in really well. After you set your under eyes, you can set your whole face. I'm using my Physicians Formula Airbrush powder in shade Translucent. Just brush that all over the face. The IT Cosmetics CC cream is more of a dewy type finish, so I like to make sure I set the whole face to keep the product looking, to keep it from looking oily or to make it stay longer on my face. Now I'm using the bronzer I showed you at the beginning of the video. I'm just using a simple crease brush, buffing that into my eye. This is a bronzer, I believe it is Catrice. It is their Sun Obsessions bronzer. Super cheap, super affordable. It looks great. Using your bronzer as part of your eyeshadow look also helps your full look very seamlessly. One of my biggest recommendations for quick, easy look is to get a cream shadow. You can see I'm tapping it on my eye with my finger. Super quick. You can use any shade. I have a bronzy shade. This is the Tarte cream shadows. I'm also going to use a lighter shade on my inner corner in just a little bit. You don't have to use the Tarte. I know Maybelline, L'Oreal makes some. ColourPop, super cheap and affordable. Just find a color that works best for you, and that will go with almost anything. You know, while I love my blues, my purples, and things like that, a more neutral shade will go with more of your looks. And then you can go in. This step is optional. I'm using the Smashbox eyeliner pencil. You don't have to use eyeliner, but I like it because it helps make my look more put together. And then I'm going to go in with one of my favorite mascaras right now. It's the Col-Lab Beauty. I'll link that video below if you're interested in more Col-Lab products. But this mascara is killer. And of course, I can't avoid nicking my nose and making a blotch. I will fix that later. I'll show you guys how to do that. Don't panic if you happen to get mascara on your nose or your cheek. It's super easy to fix and not a big deal. And of course, and now you can see my beautiful mascara face that I tried my best to avoid, but you know, let's be honest, we all do that. It's very attractive. I'm just putting a little bit of the same mascara on my lower lash line. Totally optional. It's just due to whatever you prefer. Okay, when you've nicked yourself with the mascara wand, if you will just wait for it to dry, it will not smudge as bad. If you go in right away and try to wipe it, you're going to end up with a black streak down your face. Here on the side of my nose, you can see there's still a little bit of mascara. So I'm going in with my concealer, just dabbing a little bit on there to help cover that up. And I just blend it in with my makeup sponge, or not my makeup sponge, my makeup brush, just to make sure that you can't see any more of that residue from the mascara. Just go back over with my setting powder, make sure everything's good to go. And now I'm going to move on to bronzer. I'm using the same shade that I used on my eyes. I'm going to apply it to my cheeks. With time, if you don't have time, you don't want to go in with a contour and a bronzer. So just apply a little bit on your cheekbones. Start from where my ear is down the side of my cheeks, and then go up into my forehead and temples. You want to make sure you blend that in really well with your hairline. You don't want to have what I call the bronzer helmet, where it's just like a stripe of color. So just buff that in really well with a fluffy brush, and you're good to go. Now I am applying blush. This is a good neutral shade. It's one of the Col-Lab beauty products as well. Blush and bronzer is not something you want to skimp on, even if you're doing a quick look. It can add a lot of life and color to your face. With highlight, I'm using a cream highlighter by ColourPop. Just swirl some on my fingers and tap it on. What I love about this one is, even though it's a cream product, it doesn't matter if you apply it on top of powder or not. You just blend it in with your fingers. It's beautiful. The shade is Smoke and Whistles. I like to add highlighter to the bridge of my nose and the top of my Cupid's bow. And now you're going to just finish up with setting spray. Setting spray can really make sure your look is locked in for the long haul.
Alright, and as you can see, I got a full everyday look in just 9 minutes and 40 seconds. If you have questions about any of this, like I said, check the description box below. Feel free to comment if you have any questions or videos that you would like to see in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.